Well, greetings from the Yucatan in Mexico, and this is our energy stories for the first week of March 2022. Let's start with electric vehicles. Nissan announced it will invest $500 million in its Mississippi assembly plant to begin manufacturing 2 EV models for Nissan and Infiniti, as well as battery packs, starting in 2025. Nissan is also planning a battery cell factory in the USA. Nissan has not yet provided information on the 2 models or associated manufacturing volumes. Currently, that plant in Mississippi produces 4 internal combustion models. Sticking with clean transport, the Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority, SEPTA, selected BAE Systems to deliver up to 340 hybrid electric drive systems for its cleaner transit bus fleet. BAE Systems will supply 220 electric drive systems to New Flyer of America, with an option for 120 additional systems over the coming 3 years. These will enable electric stop and start operation as well as geofence technology, so buses can automatically switch to electric propulsion in designated zero-emission zones. The onboard charger and advanced energy recovery mean the Series ER does not need to plug into the grid, making it a full hybrid electric vehicle. The ratio of electric driving versus fossil fuel distance was not specified. As we've discussed previously, all these batteries are going to be depleted someday, and eventually they're going to end up in the scrap heap or recycled. So it's good news that battery recycling company Redwood Materials, founded by ex-Tesla CTO J.B. Straubel, has unveiled a recycling program for pure electric EVs, plug-ins, and hybrids in California. Ford and Volvo have committed to participate with their batteries. The plan is for Redwood Materials to collect the used batteries, including all lithium-ion and nickel metal hydride batteries, like the ones in the Prius, and create the necessary programs for battery recycling before, quote, the first big wave of end-of-life electric vehicles, unquote, must be recycled in coming years, as Redwood puts it. With Ford, Redwood will process production waste from Ford's battery plant jointly owned with SKI. Plans are also being hatched to integrate batteries from Ford and Lincoln electric vehicles into a circular economy. The newer partnership with Volvo remains to be fleshed out. There may also be some new players in the recycling arena. Battery and metal recycling company Nth Cycle just raised $12.5 million in Series A funding, which it will devote to deploying its first commercial units of an electroextraction technology by 2022. Nth Cycle's tech uses electricity and carbon filters to pull cobalt and nickel from discarded batteries, as well as low-grade ores and mine site waste. Nth Cycle says this is superior to the commonly employed pyrometallurgical and hydrometallurgical processes commonly used by battery recyclers and mining companies. It also claims it will announce customer deals this quarter with a full commercial demonstration by April of this year. Jumping over to wind, last week saw Massachusetts officials and executives from Spanish offshore wind developer Avangrid and Italian cable manufacturer Prysmian Group announce plans to establish the state's first offshore wind industry manufacturing facility at Brayton Point in southeastern Massachusetts, the site of a former 1,600 megawatt coal plant. Avangrid's subsidiary Vineyard Wind will soon develop its 1,200 megawatt Commonwealth Wind project, while Prysmian Group will manufacture the affiliated offshore cables in Massachusetts. It will supply, install, and commission as many as 3 export submarine power cable links to bring Vineyard Wind energy ashore. And there will be apparently more East Coast offshore wind in the offing, as the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management had its auction for offshore wind development rights off New York and New Jersey, drawing a record $4.37 billion in bids from developers including major European energy companies. So a little over 450,000 acres went for over $4 billion. A few years ago, similar leases went for relatively paltry sums. In 2015, for example, the 187,500 acre Bay State lease off of Massachusetts went for only $562,000. And finally, out of India, Mercom reports that India's solar installation numbers soared last year from 3.2 gigawatts in 2020 to over 10 gigawatts last year. 83% of that was utility scale. Cumulative capacity in India now stands at 49.3 gigawatts, with another 50 gigawatts in the development pipeline. Well, those are your stories for the first week of March 2022, as we all hold the people of Ukraine in our prayers. Thanks for watching.